Yo, what's up? What's up, man? What's good? This is episode 5 of the Spy Sports Podcast. I got Coach Coretta Brown from UNC on here with me today. What's good, girl?
What's going on, my brother?
Nothing much, man. Just checking in on you. You know what I'm saying? Making up. I know I missed some time with you. I haven't, came down to watch you when you was coaching and stuff. So you go ahead and throw me on us as you want. Go ahead and do it.
Nah, it's still love, man. It's still love. You know that.
It's love, man. So what's going on with you, man? Give me an update. What's going on with you right
I'll update. Just year 2. I'm at Georgia Southern. I'm back home. I'm from Statesboro. Still coaching.
now?
Year
Okay.
15.
It's still
So full circle. Back home, man. Doing what I
back
love.
on it. All right, so you around the family, good home cooking.
Oh
So I
man,
understand
how's
that.
to prove it?
oh,
How's to prove it? I'm out here eating good.
oh, I feel you, girl. God, yeah, I do miss home cooking, man. My mom and she, yeah,
It's the
she,
best, man.
I miss, man,
Nobody
that
can beat
macaroni
home
and
cooking, right?
cheese,
Hey,
man, that
I'm telling you.
that macaroni and cheese, but she in Atlanta though, so but I still miss that macaroni and cheese and that fried chicken at least once a week.
Right.
No, that's bad for you. You can't be eating that chicken every week. You know
Right,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
can't do
But
the fry. Can't do the fry.
no,
Well, at least
heck
the air
no.
fry. That's supposed to be
Oh,
good.
air fry, yeah, but you don't get it crispy like that though. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
you don't get it crispy like you want it, but still I miss she always I talk to my mom like every day. She called every day. I haven't heard from her yet,
That's what's
but
up.
it'd be 12 o'clock. I'd be like in the bed, phone ringing. Ahmad, what you doing? Like, I'm asleep. I gotta go
That's
to
what's up, man.
work. And it's 6 o'clock. You about to get ready to look at TMZ or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Wow.
you wouldn't have it no other way though.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, of course. It's better. This time around because when I came out here when I got out here in 2004 when I started my career playing ball out here. You had the cell phone. I barely talk to my mom like once every 2 3 months. You know how it is overseas. Especially playing professionally is hard because you training, and you know how it is. It's different over here than it is at home. They want to train around about 7 to 8 o'clock at night.
Right.
So it's like and the season over here is super long. We probably start the season about I think in March. The German Bowl is in October.
Whoo, jeez.
Yeah, talking about someone's body, and then by the
I'm about
time
to
the
say them a
season
lot
comes,
of hits.
man.
Them a lot
Hey,
of hits.
I'm feeling it now.
Right.
I need surgery now on my knee.
Right. Hey.
Yeah, yeah, I think it's my meniscus and my cartilage on my right knee, and yeah,
Mm,
my right knee inside. That's the only thing I need to get done.
gotcha. Mine was my left. It was my left one. And they
Yeah,
got me. They
yeah.
finally got me.
Okay, so let's get into this. You know what I'm saying? I got my home girl finally. So we Tar Heel blue. You know what I'm saying? We Tar Heel dead, Tar Heel dead. If we die, we Tar Heel dead.
Yes,
You know what I'm
sir.
saying? So tell me, what really started off with you and your basketball? What made you start loving basketball the way you do?
Man, I was 5 years old when I first ever saw the game, right? And it was
Yeah,
my neighbor. My neighbors were all guys. I grew up playing against guys.
yeah.
So I never forget it. Like my mom had came and got me. We were headed home, and they were outside shooting. I'm like, Mom, what they doing? She was like, they
Yeah.
playing basketball. And she was like,
Okay.
I guess she saw a little sparkle in my eye. She was like, you want to go over? I'm like, yeah. So I
Hmm.
went over, and after that first little jumper,
Yeah.
I was hooked ever since then.
You said that's the first jumper. So
That's
man,
first jumper.
okay, so like when you start playing a lot of red league when you're younger.
Yeah, so I started out obviously playing against my neighbors, playing against
Hmm.
them every day, home from school, couldn't wait.
Okay.
Rushing through the homework so I could get outside and play real quick. Played rec ball
Okay.
here in Statesboro, Georgia,
Okay.
and then obviously high school, Carolina, the University of North Carolina, the greatest school. Don't
The
at me.
greatest universe. Look, and
Right, don't at me.
I know you be seeing my timeline on Facebook. I got a whole bunch of haters. When I start talking about Carolina, they be like, "Man, screw you, dude."
That's it. I mean,
Like
it's like that. They hate us or they love us. One or the
they
other.
they're haters. They gonna love us. Which of the two you want? You know what I'm
One or
saying?
the other. One or the
So
other.
so get me into okay. So when you start playing ball at 5, you know what I'm saying? Like who more influenced you in playing? Like who was that person you saw? Like oh man, that's what I want to do. Like this is my thing.
So growing up in elementary school, my cousin played. right?
Okay.
They probably a couple of houses down from me, and he was playing
Okay.
high school team. So when I'm going to the local high school games, that's who I grew up watching. I grew up
Right.
watching my cousin Lamont, like he played, and that's
Yeah.
actually a lot of people don't know this. That's actually why I chose the number 14. Like that was his number. So I'm
Okay.
like, man, like my cousin doing this, like yeah, and it was just a passion, man. So he was one of the ones in elementary that I looked up to. And then
Okay.
obviously in college, I made the WBCA All American game. Me and my mom,
Okay.
first time on a flight. I was scared as I don't know what. But we
Okay.
flew out to Connecticut for the All American game, and I had the chance to meet Cynthia Cooper.
Oh,
And
okay.
so from there, like even throughout college, when I was at Carolina, like she was playing with the Comets. I used to watch a lot of film on her with my position coach at the time. Just on how
Okay.
she did. Because she's doing it at the level I want to get at. Not only is she
Hmm.
doing it, she winning.
Yeah, yeah, of course, man. I remember that when the WNBA came in, they was always talking about Lisa Leslie, Cheryl Swoops, and whatever. But they never talked about Coop. Coop was like
He was the
the one.
one,
Like when she
man.
got out there,
Yes.
and
He was
like
the one.
I
Yes.
yeah,
It's so
like when she was
funny.
doing it, she was doing it.
If you go back and watch some film, like when I was in Carolina, like I was monkey see, monkey do. I was doing this. I forget the
Yeah,
dudes. They play together. They used to do this. Like I was doing
yeah.
this. Like I was
Like
like,
yeah,
yes.
yes, sir. Yo, when we that was the thing though. Like we was man, I used to when Sheila Hatcher was the coach at Carolina. At that time when you and Nikki, I was like, come on, and you know what I think about Nikki.
Man, listen.
It
I'm just
was Nick.
saying. I don't know who was doing the rankings, but they had us at the number 2 backcourt. I don't know who the number 1 was, but somebody had to be off.
Someone was off.
Somebody had to be off. Had to
So okay,
be.
because that was the one question I was going to ask you about, like because I know I think it was your senior year, and Nikki did not come back that year, right? Was I right or wrong?
That was my sophomore. I think she came back my junior year.
Junior year, but that year that she didn't come back, how did that team come together? Because I think did y'all feel like that y'all were missing something when she was gone? Because I know it was you or her,
Right.
and nobody could stop that. No, I mean, come on, we know
Yeah.
what it was when you
I
guys
mean,
was
you
there.
got to think like when you lose a Nikki Teasley, regardless of what school you at, you done lost a
Yeah,
lot. You know what I'm saying?
you
You
lost a
talking
lot. Yeah.
about a 6 foot, basically female Magic Johnson.
Magic Johnson. But
You
see,
know what
that's
I'm
why I
saying?
keep telling people. People did like what I should say, man. Nikki like Magic,
Yes.
but
Yes.
had had a grudge though. She had a
Yes.
grudge. It's like when if you ever played against Nikki, like just like at Woodland somewhere, and she out there, she come down the court like and she just do
Yep.
this the whole time. I'm
Yep.
like, come on now.
Yep.
And then when she hit you with something, I'm like, okay. No, I remember the time when she hit a dude with a crossover, step back. I just saw him like, yo, he acting like he's like he pointed up at the stand like, man, you know what? He's like acting like he was talking to somebody. She like, look, come back, nigga, and then shot that thing. I was,
That's her. That's her.
and she be like, come back. She said, come back, nigga, like come back, nigga, you finna get this, and she just let it go. I
Yeah.
was
But
like,
nah,
I
man,
was,
like losing her was a lot, but
yeah,
then like just throughout my career, like you got to look at some of the people that I was blessed to play with. You know what I'm saying?
yes,
Like I still played with Wanda Brown, who got drafted. A lot of people don't know that.
yeah,
She got drafted.
Wanda, yeah, yeah,
You know what I mean? Like I still played with Quanda Barksdale, who got drafted.
Barksdale,
You know what I'm saying? So I'm still playing with
yep.
first rounders. You know what I mean?
First rounders, and people don't at Barksdale, Brown, you, man, and Nikki. I mean,
Yeah.
and then you still have people like Jennifer on the team, big body
Right.
down low.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, these people don't, if you don't know Carolina basketball, you don't know Carolina basketball.
Thanks.
And you got to think about who was there, who came before you guys. You had still, who was a good one? Charlotte, she was there.
I was just
Damn.
about to say that. I'm like, and then you got to look at the staff and who's like pouring into us. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
every year, like I know with me, like I was actually blessed to be able to coach by both of them, Charlotte Smith
Yep.
and
Charlotte
Cynthia
Smith.
Crawley.
Cynthia
You know what I'm
Crawley.
saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Hmm.
like those were my coaches. You know what I'm saying? So again, like they played where I played. They won the national championship. They played to where I want to potentially
Yeah.
go. They got my
But
ear. You know?
but see, these young girls, man, it's a lot of everybody like to go to UConn. Bless their
Right.
heart.
Right.
But nobody never talk about how great Marion Jones was as well.
Man, let me tell you my Marion Jones story.
Okay.
Man, so I don't get starstruck a lot, right? Like
Yeah.
I don't work Michael Jordan camp. Like I
Yeah.
met Vince Carter on my recruiting visit. I done met a lot of
Yeah.
people. I'm in the weight room. I never forget this. I was lifting 4 days a week in the summer. And I
Yeah.
walked in the weight room. My strength coach at the time, Jody, she's like, I got somebody here I want you to meet. She's like, go in my office. I walked in the office. It's Marion Jones. I froze. I froze. I don't even know if I said my name. Like, I froze up. Like, this is the Marion Jones, like, track star who played where I played.
Yeah.
Like, I was so starstruck, man. She came to the ACC tournaments. Like, the Hoop 5 family is real, man. I was
the Hoop 5, yeah. So tell everybody what that is. Nobody don't know what that is. You know, if you ain't go to Carolina, you know.
So the Carolina basketball, like, we are a family. Like, even with the players there now, like, we want every young lady that comes to Carolina and plays basketball there, like, we let them know once you sign that scholarship, you inducted into our little sorority, which is called Hoop 5. You know, and I mean, we still talk to this day. We're trying to figure out how we can have some kind of vacation, you know what I'm saying, where we can all get together, which is tough for me, right? Because I coach, because I know a lot of them typically go back for homecoming. It's kind of tough when you coaching, you know, we got games.
Yeah, it's been tough for me, man. Like to get back. You know, I talk to like guys like Gerard, Chauncey. You know, me and Nuke like this. So, me and Nuke like bro. So back when you saw us on campus, the whole time you see us separate. It's like one person going to class this way, and I'm going to class this way. And unless it's an AFL class, me and Nuke.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so, like, you know how that is. So, like, me and New always was together, but once we had to go to class, at the whole time you see each other apart. But everybody keep talking about, y'all a little bit trouble on campus. I'm like, cool. Like, y'all little crew. I'm like, okay. Everybody's who they are. You know what I'm saying? I used to I used to go to Lenore, go down to my classes, and then back to the undergrad, and then I'm how it is by 4 o'clock. You know where everybody is at 4 o'clock. Should we all at Woodland?
Exactly, get them runs.
Getting it, but I mean that's good runs in there, and like that was back then when I could play basketball. Like people didn't know, like if I told people like I could ball, they'd be like, man, people didn't know how I could really jump. At 5'9". I used to go out there and rebound, like give me this, you know what I'm saying? But after I left Carolina, I mean, I stopped learning how to play ball. Especially we just playing football all the time, so you never really get in there and shoot the ball like we used to. But hey, let me ask you the question: who was the most funniest guy that you knew on campus?
Ooh.
I got mine. Me and you gonna agree when we say this.
That's a tough one because man, there was a lot of funny cats on campus.
Yeah.
You know how well we used to sit out on the yard in between class, like you guaranteed 15 minutes of laughter right there.
Hey, my guy used to be Art. Art to this day.
Art still man, Art. I think that Art is it for a lot of people, man. That dude, he a comedian. What up, Art?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I mean, I used to look on like if you go online and you watch Michael Booker, you can see Michael Booker and Art always clashing about Duke basketball and Carolina basketball. And what a lot of people, I tell a lot of people, I'm gonna tell my viewers, because everybody gets a chance to see it when they can, is that people don't understand what Carolina basketball is. Duke, they think about Duke, they get all the recruits, but we've been doing this for years with women, with girls, and boys, but. Let me ask you a question. So when you went on your official visit, what sold you on Carolina?
Man, to be honest, just the connection, right? Because like a lot of people, well, some people may know this, but my two older sisters graduated, and Duke was recruiting me. So I had my visit at Carolina, and the next weekend I was supposed to come back and go to Duke. I was supposed to come back and do my official visit at Duke. I never made it. When I went to Carolina, because I had been on Duke's campus, right? Like my two older sisters graduated from there. So I've been, I'm a Grant Hill. I'm still a Grant Hill fan to this day. But it was just something about that light blue, man.
That's your soul on that one.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like it was something about that light blue. Like I just felt the connection with the staff. Chanel Wright was one of my hosts, another WNBA player. You know what I mean? So I just felt it. Like I felt that home there.
Okay, so here's a good one for you. So so when you went on when you went on your visit, what did they do to sell you on Carolina? Like, I mean, a lot of people I tell is that when I talk about Carolina and everybody, oh, why you love Carolina so much? I said, but you just don't know. Once you step on that campus, it's a different feeling. How was that with you?
I mean, they did a good job of getting to know me and what was important to me, right? Mm-hmm. So my thing was, especially coming out of high school, like I wanted to play on the Olympic team. I wanted to play professionally, overseas, wherever. Like I wanted to do basketball. Yeah. I like Hawaiian punch. I like chicken. I like to have a good time. Real talk, you know. So
that's true. That's true.
So on my visit, it was like all the things that I like. It was just like, you like this, here you go. You like this?
Yeah.
I had baking Hawaiian punch everywhere I went. That's what I cared about. You know, so they did a good job of recruiting me. Now that I look back at it, because it was everything that I liked, you know, as a 17, 18-year-old, everything that I liked and quote unquote important to me at the time, they just laid it out. Here you go.
Yeah. Okay. So here's a good question. So going through your whole Carolina career, now you at that day, the last game, you know you're done. So you know what the next step is in your career. So take me from the point when your senior night, getting ready, and then getting ready to the NBA, WNBA draft.
Yeah. So like, so by the time my senior year was coming to the end, like I pretty much knew that I was gonna play in the league, right? Yeah. Like I never had agent conversations, none of that. Like none of that never happened until after the season. You know, I obviously wanted to focus in on my senior season, make as long as a run in tournament as we could. But I kind of knew, like, you know, it's probably gonna happen, right? Because I had a little buzz going into it. But I signed with an agent, man. Draft night, you know, like I'm a very humble person to begin with. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So on draft night or draft day, whatever, it was on a little laptop. Everybody, you know, oh, you know, what you doing? The draft is going on. When I got drafted, I didn't even know, to be honest. Yeah. Like I had it pulled up on the laptop, but I was doing laundry, you know. Real talk.
Were you in Chapel Hill?
Yes.
Okay.
I was in Chapel Hill doing laundry. And so my agent called me and she was like, so excited. Yeah. And I'm like, what? She's like, you just got drafted. You not washing it? I'm like, I don't get my clothes out to dry. Where I'm going. You know? So it's kind of like I knew I was going. It was just, you know, a matter of where, you know, and that was from Coach Hatchell, Coach Calder, my agent, everybody. They're like, no, you're going. Like, you're definitely going to go.
Of course. I mean, I knew you was going. I mean, who didn't know that you was going? I mean, we all knew that you. Hold on. So who was in your class that year that was going up to the draft?
Man, what's her name? I can't remember her name, but she was in the All-American game with me. But Carol Lawson.
Carol Lawson. Okay, you know, she had Duke. She had Duke right now.
Her. God, it was another girl, big time. I think she ended up playing with Detroit a couple of years.
Okay.
I can't think of a name though. I can't.
But you end up in Indiana. Share Ford. Okay.
Yeah, I was with that class.
Oh, Share Ford. Okay. You was in that class. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So how was Indianapolis? Like living in Indianapolis, how was it? You know, I know you're in the Midwest. You're in Indiana. So what was different?
Real talk, it was a hooper's dream.
Okay.
Because Indiana loved basketball, right? Like Indiana is just one of them states. Like it's a basketball state if you look at it. Mm-hmm. And so they love the Fever. Like I was actually I was shook. Like not on the court because I didn't play the game, but I was shook when I looked out. You know, like you signed the autographs or whatever. And the first time I saw somebody had my jersey, I'm like, I think that's when it really hit. Like, yo, like I'm really living out my dreams. Like they're up in the stands asking me to sign my jersey. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
So playing in Indiana, especially and who I played with, like Tamika Catchings is awesome. Everything you've heard about Tamika Catchings is true. Like
really,
she's a heck of a ball player, even better of a person. Like she's
okay.
Awesome. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So let me ask you a question. Here's a good. So the first time you played the LA Sparks and you played against Nikki, tell me how that was.
Man, like it wasn't no shock to me. Like she doing everything I done seen. You know, I'm like, this is what she do. To be honest, it was good seeing her though. Like I never forget that. We got there the day before, and I actually went to her place, and we just kicked it. You know, like again, like the hoop fight. You know, we just kicked it. It was good seeing my sister.
You know, I would give you a really killer for me. You know, when I saw her play in the All-Star game, and she just out there, she had to give it to him.
Yeah.
And I'm just looking like I've seen this shit like 100 times.
Right.
I'm like nigga, I I mean, I see her do this shit to me, a couple of times.
Like, been doing this.
Exactly. Like, man, come on, well, this ain't nothing new. You know what's a trip though? I know something that you know. So, I came to Carolina to play ball, but a lot of people didn't know that track and field was my best sport.
You're right. I did not know that.
Yeah, I was a good hurdler.
Wow.
Yeah, sometimes because Coach at Carolina, man, he was trying to, he was talking to me coming out of high school. I was all like, yeah, I'm going Bama somewhere to play ball.
Yeah.
And then I went to school whenever, then transferred here, and then end up transferring to Carolina. I end up right back at home. You know what I'm saying? Which was probably the best thing that ever happened to me. Yeah. But what broke my heart, man, was me and my dad, man, we went the first year when we went upstairs to talk to Coach Tallbush, man, they told me, man, I have to sit the whole year. Because, I was training the whole time. I was like, man, I was like, screw this. I'm like, we're in some school too. I'm like, man, you know what? I feel good as a student right now. And then not playing no football, like I had my freedom for that year, I'm chilling. But, I was like, I was always around Marcita and them anyway. So it's like, who cares, But, I guess I made up for all that time when I got overseas, man, because boy, I played so much football. My body, man, I've had so many, injuries, and in the traveling in Europe, playing football in Europe could get and sometimes get exhausting, like literally. Yes,
I commend football players anyway because you outside. Yeah. You outside, all that contact. Like me, that's why I created the jumper. That's why my three was so nice. Don't hit this body. Yeah. Man, I commend y'all.
But you know what? So one day we was in about 2007 season. We had a really good team out here. So I remember one day, I'm having a killer season. I'm in the hotel with all the imports. You know how it is overseas. You got imports.
Right.
So one of the imports said, "Man, I don't know what coach doing and this. We got a cornerback that thinks he's a linebacker." Everybody looked at me like, "I'm sorry that I'm not scared to hit nobody." You know what I'm saying? Because I was really like, if you look at my frame, I've always been like Duke, but I wasn't the tallest guy. But I was, you gotta have a couple of loose screws upstairs to play ball. Period. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I was always hitting something. And let me ask you a question, because I always, the Carolina folks, do you think Jerron Hayes was the best basketball player to play JV that didn't get a chance to play varsity?
I don't know, man.
Because Jerron was nasty now.
He was nasty.
Because I remember the whole time, because
who got moved up during this time?
Remember, that was the year Matt Doherty came in.
Oh.
And that he kind of messed up a lot of stuff with him that time. Because you remember Dean Smith always promoted a guy or two.
Yeah.
And when it was Jerron and Reggie turn, Matt Doherty came in.
Yeah, Jerron was tough. Reggie was
Jerron was tough, man. I mean, we thought Jerron was the guy that was going to get on and actually get time. He was going to play, because I thought with him and Joe, I thought that was going to be some nasty stuff.
Yeah, man, that stuff I forgot about Ron.
Yeah. Him and Reggie, because Reggie, that joke was fast.
Yeah, I used to look, man. That's the thing about Willie, man. I used to miss them days.
Oh,
playing against them cats, and then when Julius Peppers would pop in from time to time.
Yeah.
Man, you talking about some pickups.
Oh, so let me tell you. So I'll give you a good story about me. So we was in summer school, right? So me and Newt. Now this is when I could have killed Newt this day. This the one time I could have just really choked and killed Newt. So we outside. We out there playing, where everybody stay in summer school, right? So we're at the outdoor court. So I'm playing against these guys. So I'm going up to dunk it, right? Literally, people I used to could dunk. So I was dunking it, and the guy actually grabbed my hand. And remember the nets were chain nets.
Yeah.
And instead of hitting over the rim, I hit the nets and boom, and I had that rip in my hand. Like I had a hole right here. Guess what Newton did? We go back to the room. Guess what he's gonna do?
What this fool do?
This dude poured alcohol in my wound. Inside the hole, boy. Literally, I am screaming. So I'm like, New, if you don't get me to a hospital and they stick me there.
That man for alcohol. Listen, in college though, that makes sense, man. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
but it was a hole, like a hole. You know how the webbing is right here? Right here? It was a hole right there. So it ain't nothing inside. I was like, I'm like, you know, man.
They ain't new.
Newt got me that day, boy. I tell you. But he's doing. I want to give big ups to Newt, man, because Newt is doing really big things in LA, man. The brother, man. Yeah, shout out to Newton, man, because he is that. Hey, man. This guy's doing big things, man. You know, I love him and I pray for him and his family through these times. So, you know, that's my guy. You know, me and my family. You know, we always save each other. But I'm gonna give you another one. So Newt came to Germany to play. So Newt played professional out here.
I did not know that.
You see, Newt came out and played. Yeah, Newt played pro out here.
What?
Man, listen, Newt was on the team. They said Newt used to wet it up. I went to a tub of his workouts, man. He always had a jump. Yeah, he always had. Yeah, you know, 6'6", can shoot it like he can. Yeah, you know, but he played out here in Europe, so we got another Tar Heel ex pro because Newt was a pro. He got paid to do that. And, you know, that was his dream, I think, because a lot of stuff, like I said, with the Matt Doherty situation, I think Phil Ford had promised him at least to play a year JV. I think that was going to happen, and then all that stuff happened to him. Yeah. But him, and he had another friend from LA, an Armenian. Them jokers, man, can fill the hole up like it wasn't no thing. They could shoot that thing. Oh, yeah, man. Wow. I used to, like, they used to come because, as a matter of fact, they were staying at my house. And, man, Newt met so many people in the area. Man, Newt had connections all over that city in Germany.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Newt good people though. He got that person.
Newt good people, man. Yeah, Newt always good people, man. Like I said, if people know our story, we did not even meet on camp. Look, you know, me and Newt didn't even meet on campus. We was going to Carolina the whole time. We didn't even meet on campus. Guess where we met at?
Probably a restaurant.
No, we met at a basketball court in Durham.
What?
I went there and we talking and we I said, yeah, I'm in Carolina. He's like, what? Oh, I'm in Carolina too. I said, I ain't seen you on campus. Like,
that's crazy.
He like, man, yeah, like you really gonna see me on campus. Like, but we became really close friends from there. That day. And man, like I said, he's in LA. I remember all the training because he helped me work out, getting ready for the league out here. And then I helped him out. So it was very, very like crazy. But here's the good question. So how did you get into coaching?
So, like, I kind of knew probably heading into my senior year, like, obviously I knew I wanted to play pro. Yeah. I was like, I think after that I probably want to get coaching a shot. So I actually did an internship while I was in the WNBA. Okay. I did an internship with the WBCA, which is the Women's Basketball Coaches Association, because I knew eventually, like, once the ball stopped, like, I still wanted to be around the game because I loved it so much. So that's kind of probably heading into my senior year. Like, I started thinking, okay, like, yeah, I'm probably going to continue to play, but what next after that? So. Yeah.
Okay. So where did you start at? So you did your intern where?
Yeah. So I did the intern with the WBCA first, and that was actually while I was still playing with the Indiana Fever. Okay. Did the internship there during the off season, and then got picked up at Georgia Tech. Worked some time with their women's basketball program there. Left there with the Mays High School. Shout out Mays in Atlanta, Georgia. Okay. In Atlanta, Georgia. All right. Yep. Coached there for a while. Then left there. Went to Tennessee Tech. Coached at Tennessee Tech with Shatia Messer her entire tenure there. Okay. Left there. Started the basketball program at Thomas University. It's a small little NAIA school in Thomasville, Georgia. Never had a women's basketball program before. Went there. Started that program. Left there. Went to West Alabama. Coached there for 2 years, and then left there and been here. This is year 2 at Georgia Southern, year 15. Yeah. Okay. I'm here, year 2 here. Okay, so how has it been for you in that program? Like, how the young ladies are there? Yeah. So again, new staff last year. The typical challenges of a new staff. We were senior heavy, so it's always that adjustment period there. Just. If I'm a senior and I'm used to doing things this way for 3 years, and then my last season, everything is different. So it was an adjustment period there. This year, I'm hoping we have a season, because I think we got the potential to be really, really good. Like, we got some really, really good pieces in here. Our freshman class, we got 5 freshmen, but they're good. Like
they okay. So y'all been in the house eating that food and talking to parents like you're supposed to.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. So we got a good group, man. Fun group to be around. So I'm excited about this season.
So how do your players, do they ask you a lot of questions about your career and how was it to play in the WNBA?
No.
They don't?
Nah, not at all.
So they don't even Google you or YouTube you or nothing.
Nah.
Oh, so they don't know what their coach can really do on the court.
These kids different, man. And I guess for me, now when I first got into coaching, yes, I used to get asked that question a lot, man. Like a lot, just coach. But since the latter end of my career, nah, they don't care about that.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I would be like picking your brain. You like for me, you've been there, done it.
Well, I can't say all. Like I have to have 1 or 2 here, who are for real about it. Like, yo, coach, the ones that wear me out. The ones that's gonna be all conference. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a couple here and there, but for the most part, nah. Like I think we got a couple this year. One for sure. She's early on. This is what I want to do. I want to go with Eva, so she probably asked me the most out of the team this year. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Man, Coretta, I like I said, I remember, we used to go to the games for free down in Carmichael. So it was, there was never a bad seat in that place to come watch you guys play. And what do you miss so much about when you played at Carolina? What is the one thing that you miss? The sisterhood or?
My sisters, man.
Yeah.
My sisters. And, like, that's the thing I try to relay to the young ladies that I coach. Like, all that stuff happened on the court, like, we made the NCAA tournament, we flew private, we had good times, but it was the people that I did it with, like, we still talk to this day.
Okay.
And, when we're on the alumni Zooms, of course, everything is on Zoom now.
Okay, yeah, of course.
When we're on them Zooms, it's literally, like, the new staff, like, they can't even say anything because we're on there, yo, you remember that time we did this? Like, So that's my memory, is the people that I got to experience all that stuff with, from us going to Hawaii and my teammate eating so many pineapples that your tongue started bleeding. Like, what?
Who was that? Who was that? Who did that?
I ain't gonna put my girl out there like that. I ain't gonna do it like that. But it's like those kind of memories, man, that when you do get back together, it's like, man, like, I miss y'all. I love y'all. Like, y'all were there through the trenches, them days where I just want to be like, forget you, coach. Like, they were the ones like, nah, come on, sis, we got this. Like, you don't forget the people. You don't forget the people, man.
That is true, man. Because I missed it. I missed those days. Like we always hanging out on the yard, chilling. And then you think about it today. Like, dang, man. I remember we was at the pit, just chilling. Or we get ready to go upstairs to Hollywood. Be looking at y'all like y'all coming upstairs. Y'all just chilling. You know what I'm saying? Like, and people don't understand, man. So when I talk to people, I say, yeah, it's cool. High school, you go to high school with people, but when you're put in a situation where you're in college for 4 or 5 years with people that you're actually becoming adults with, those become your closest friends. You know what I mean? Just like I remember, like hanging around with Chris Lane and Chris Lane and Brendan. Now you want to hang around with some fools. Brendan Haywood is the number one guy to hang around with. He's the biggest clown of them all.
Yes.
And we know with Brendan, we knew if we were going somewhere, we knew only 3 people could fit in Brendan's car. That'd be the front seat and the back seat guy, and that's it.
Right, that's it.
Ain't nobody else getting in the car, so I will jump in with somebody else and fall around because we heading on Thursday night. We heading on Thursday night. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Heading right on Franklin Street.
Yep.
But Halloween, I missed that being in Chapel Hill.
Man,
but
yes, sir. Chapel Hill was an adventure, man.
Yeah, you guys, y'all used to just be out there chilling on the side, just like posting up. I used to be the same way, I used to just be posting up. We know who acting fool. I just like
exactly.
Just sitting, just enjoying it. But then I know I got class the next day, so it's like,
right,
it is what it is, man. But it's an adventure. But one more question, and I'm gonna let you go because it's about time for you to get your coaching on.
Yes, sir.
I just want to tell you before I ask you, I say, look, it's been so cool. We've always kept up. We've always kept up. But, and I've always taught you always like, man, you say you're going to do something. I say, hey, go send me something. Whatever you want, let me know.
You don't put me on blast.
But I roll too though, cause you be right, yo, whenever you want to come down there and watch us play, I be I'd be sitting around like, man,
You be right there in the same state. Terrible.
Yeah, we sitting down like a couple hours away from each other, but it is what it is. But so, with all your sisters, man, who do you keep up with? Going through this coronavirus, and how's your family? Are they safe?
Yeah, man. Thank God my family's good. They good. We're blessed. Can't complain. Mom, dad, sisters, everybody good. In terms of who I try to keep up with, everybody, man.
Okay.
Like everybody, and I think we do a pretty good. Like we got our own little Facebook page, so like whenever it's your birthday, like we always shout each other out. The Zooms help a lot. Yeah. Like big ups to the new staff for setting that up with the alumni. Yeah. And I actually just took a trip back to Carolina. Like that's how much I miss it. So I was able to catch up with Crystal. I played with Crystal Baptist, so I was able to catch up with her.
Yeah. Okay.
Tiffany, I talked to Tiffany, Big Tiff.
Big Tiff, she in Wilmington, right?
Yeah, she in Wilmington. I talked to her a lot. I talked to Jennifer a lot. Jennifer, and Courtney. Courtney just moved to DC. I just got her new number. Okay. So I try to keep up with all of them, man. Camille, Camille's a WNBA assistant now. She was after me. I ain't even play with her. Yeah. Ivory, I talked to Ivory a lot, man. Like people don't understand. Like it's really a sisterhood. Like even some of the cats I didn't play with,
Okay. So
probably, that's my mentor now.
Yeah,
I wear her out. I'm surprised she don't charge me. I wear her out.
That is what's up.
Wear her out, man.
Man, I want to try to get up with Jennifer, man, because Jennifer doing big things, man. If she's seeing that, I'm proud of what she's doing, man. She is.
But the crazy thing is, like I knew, like it's just some people like, man, she probably gonna be CEO one day. Yeah. Jennifer was always that. Like we used to call her Colgate. Yeah. You remember the little Colgate commercial smile we used to call her?
Yeah. Because she always smiling. You always go like smiling all the way through. Yeah.
Yeah, and that personality. I'm like, man, Jennifer knows she gonna be successful in whatever she decides to do. And that's the thing. Like I'm so blessed about is like all my sisters, they doing good, man. Yeah. Like every time we catch up, like everybody doing good, everybody's family doing good. Thank God. So I'm happy about that, man. For real.
Yeah, that's one thing I've always said, man. I'm proud of my boys, man. All my guys. Chauncey, man, all the guys knew. Yeah. We all, and for us African Americans that actually went to the school, it's blissful, to say, hey, man, we went to a predominant white school, but we had our own, what I'm saying? We held our own in that school, no matter what. We was, if you want to say brotherhood, sisterhood, togetherness, we all was that.
Yep.
What I'm saying? And that's one thing I can say about it. If anybody want to know about, Carolina, man, people don't understand. We're not Alabama. We're not Auburn. But I guarantee you step on that campus, you be like, wow, I ain't know this. And that's the beautiful thing is, so, like I said, I bleed that blue all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? Nobody don't know that, man. Especially, me, I was one of the crazy ones on campus anyway, so. Right. I was like, I did me, you know what I'm saying? My little group, we always did us, you know what I'm saying? Sure. So that was just us. But sister, get to the practice. Thank you for coming on. I love you. And I ain't seen you in a while, but I'm gonna get you back on when the season come on, you know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying?
Time for you, man. You know that.
I got you. So I'm gonna say deuces to you. Good luck with the season, and I'll talk to you later.
All right, brother. Be good, man.
All right. Ciao. All right, man. Thank you for being on the podcast. Thank you for everything. Definitely supporting the podcast. Good luck to everybody.